Okay, so I just thought I'd do a streetscape shot so you can see how the building looks from the outside. And this is it. Very smart, very nice looking. So you're the mixture of the new and the old combined. They've done a great job in preserving that old look and mixing up the modern one as well. This looks like it's been built in the 1990s, and this looks like it's probably been here from maybe over 150 years ago, possibly. Okay, so there's a couple of buildings here. You can see the old structure mixed with the new. Low-rise buildings by comparison to what's neighbouring. Yeah, so this is the main courtyard where you basically enter all the properties around here. Pretty cool. And then you've got the main foyer, which is manned by someone. Okay, we'll have a look at the foyer soon.
There you go. So you've got
Hey, good. Yeah.
so you've got full gym spa, and then you've also got sauna.
Sauna over there.
Here.
What the hell is this thing? Looks like an old-fashioned. Wow, that is solid iron. Okay. Okay, nice little lap pool. It's not too big. Does the job. Okay, so lifts, reception area. This is normally manned Monday to Friday. You can see the common design theme. This is the old building, but they've kind of done this for a lot of the apartments where with the exposed beams, bricks. Which is really nice. Follow you? Yep.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, thank you.
Away. Oh, yeah. Hey, how's it going? So I thought you were up the front, so I ran out that way. I'm a bit late. Is it not at the event on? Is it the shrine at the moment?
Not sure, mate, but the traffic is pretty bad.
Oh, man, I was trying to get from South Yarra. What usually takes me 5 minutes, it took me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Really behind that. Really behind the 8 ball.
So this is from the lift. So the car park is directly beneath the property. While we're waiting for the agent to open the door, you can see the floor plan of the building. Now this is actually quite good. You don't have too many apartments squashed in. So that's already a big luxury based on how many properties you have around the lifts. Modern buildings typically have double that amount, so that's quite good. I can't talk too much in this video just because there's a lot of people here. I don't want to give them advice, but let's just do a quick scan through.
Brochures on the table, which will have all the outgoings, and I'll just grab everyone's details as I'm making my way around.
Okay, so it's a Laminex bench top, it's not stone. Floors have been upgraded, new tiles. Good for size fridge space. I'm guessing this is pantry, yep. Original appliances. Dishwasher. Very large kitchen in the sense of space and bench. Okay, so there's the door, bell. Okay, so ceiling heights drop down in the hallway and they kind of pop back up again. In the living room, there's this bulkhead here. Reasonable sized room. I mean, this is a fake bed. So typically a bigger bed would be on each side of it. And You're facing City Road there. That's City Road, and that's like a side street that goes towards the big buildings and Crown Casino car park. These windows can leak sometimes. I'm just having a look at that. I can smell fresh paint in here, so there's definitely something that's been done. Okay, just standard robes, lower door frames, timber. Okay, so this is the master. Yep. And we've got a small balcony out here as well. That's okay, we don't have to go there. Cars, you can hear them, there's no doubt about it. They're not double glazed windows, but they are thicker windows. Okay, so good size ceiling heights in here, great size robe, walk-in robe, and bathrooms in original condition. 600 by 600 shower. Okay. Let's just check water pressure. Okay, it's good. So they've upgraded the lights. I think they're upgrades, those middle ones, and ventilation's good. Okay. Standard roller window coverings. We've got a bit of a storage. Okay, we've got a second toilet. Okay, it's pretty good. There's a lot of toilets in here. So I've got a drain here, which is good. Metal bathtub, gee, that's old school. Double taps, mirrors. Yeah, very kind of 1990s look when this place was probably built. This is the laundry. And there is plenty of room for a dryer. Let's capture the living area. This is a very good sized living area. As you can see, you've got a full-size table, big couches in here, and there's still heaps of empty space. And a small balcony. That's the heating and cooling. Let's just be a bit cheeky and turn the lights up and see how this looks. A sense of light. So that's the kind of the natural light coming through. It's not too bad. Okay. So quite a sizable living area. Sizable kitchen. Yeah. There is always the hum of cars here. That's going to be one of Melbourne's biggest buildings across the road there. Not one of, the Melbourne's biggest building, towering up that way. And I guess it will create a shadow in the afternoon sun, because I'm trying to work out where north is. So north is that way. So west is that way. So the sun will set there, which will overshadow this apartment when that tower gets built. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to make comments while I've just walked out of the building. I didn't want to talk too much in that place, just because there's a lot of listening ears and it's not free advice. So the numbers, oops, I'm in the car park. Let's have a quick look while we're here. So the numbers at the open tell a story. There's a lot of people here. For an apartment open, they had really good numbers. Typically, apartments are pretty terrible. Very low numbers that open for inspections. This shows you the popularity of the location, how good or bad someone would think of being this close to noise. So in my opinion, it's doing pretty well. This is the one, no, I've got another one. There we go. Whoops. Okay, so there's a lot of people here, is what I'm trying to say. There is interest. So that's a really healthy sign of something that will always give you kind of good growth, good capital yields, good for rentals. I'm doing a rental inspection here in about 15 minutes. I just timed it perfect. And this is my second open. The first open I had 20 groups through, and the rent's expensive. So that says a lot. Why am I going to 5? Yeah, anyway.
Doors opening.
Okay, so under the lifts. So yeah, so my point is that there is a lot of interest. So if you're interested in this one, I would suggest to act immediately. Now I've actually done a rental appraisal for my current landlord that I'm doing an open for. And in that, I wanted to get the rent right. So I checked the history of almost all the apartments here, the history of rental, and by chance, I also saw the history of sale. So what I learned was capital growth exists in these apartments where many other apartments, they don't. So that's a positive. Rental yields are very high. Properties don't stay vacant for very long, which is another positive. The changeover between owners isn't that common. So people tend to own these a lot longer than what typical other apartments, like something like that, or one of those big ones. People seem to turn over their holdings there, whereas here they hold on to a lot more often. The apartment that we visited itself is actually really good. It's got great ceiling heights through the living area. It's got a very large open living space. It's pretty hard to come by living space like that in apartments that are reasonably priced. You can actually get for good value, and in this price range, in this location, I think that package is bang for your buck. It needs a bit of a reno. Yes, the carpet and floors are good in the living area and kitchen, but everything else is very dated. It's a dated kitchen, cabinets, appliances, the bathrooms, they're all kind of dated. Now, if that doesn't bother you, that's fine, but a good part about the condition it's in is you're not paying an absolute premium for something that needs, that's polished and new. In this case, it's kind of depreciated a little bit. There'll be less interest in the property just because it needs a little bit of work, but not too much. The road noise is very prevalent. Like we're standing in the courtyard here, you can hear the hum of the cars, they're just over there. That apartment literally faces City Road. So you will have car noise, truck noise as part of your life living in this place. But pretty much that will be a part of your life anywhere along City Road when you're living in the lower areas, lower levels. In this case, you're on level 3, I think, so it will be a part of every day. But location-wise, this is probably one of the best in Southbank, because you don't have to cross City Road to get to all the action of what Southbank has to offer. So if you I'll just step you out and walk you through to where we are so you can appreciate the kind of location of it all. I don't know how these doors operate, because you can push them one way and they open, and from the other way, oh yeah, a really nice cafe by the way. If you push it the other way, they're locked. So you can see it's a pretty cool cafe there. There's always people in there. It's always a bustling cafe. There's a nice pub on the corner here, restaurant. I've been there once with a few friends. I mean, that's Eureka Tower just there. So that's pretty awesome. Now, this is a very popular tourist spot. I mean, you'll see buses like this pulling over all the time. Now, just on the other side of this building, you've got everything that Southbank has to offer. Restaurants, cafes, Crown Casino is literally stone's throw away from this place. There's heaps of car parks. So this is a massive car park here. There's another car park down the street. This place is surrounded by car parks. Given that car park is expensive, it's there. So if someone comes to visit you, they can. They don't have to kind of circle Southbank to find a car park. But in saying that, there isn't much street parking around here. Everything's loading zone and all sorts of different zones. Now the cafe. So you can see here, this is where it all starts. A little bar. Yeah. So the apartment itself, I really like it. The noise factor is something that would bother me, but I think the price for the property reflects the condition of the fixtures and fittings, and also the condition of the noise of the main road. Okay, so here we are. That's how close you are to beautiful. One of the most livable parts of Melbourne is right here, and this place literally It's that close. Okay, so trams right there. Tram stop is literally less than 100 meters away. That's still a free tram zone, so you can get into the city for free. And also across the Flinders Street is just a short walk over that bridge, probably about 100 meters in that direction. Yeah, so let me know what you think.